Now, as WAP becomes more widespread, the cellular industry is hoping to add more functions to this wireless application protocol, and that's a job taken on by the WAP Forum, an association of over 500 companies from all segments of the wireless industry to promote its growth. CNBC Asia's Jane Ong spoke to WAP Forum's CEO, Scott Goldman, and began by asking him what can be expected from WAP down the road.
6 months from today, we'll be looking at new features such as location-based services, push technology, advanced user interfaces, multimedia capabilities, animation. All of these things are already in the works.
Now, you say there are many wonderful features coming on, many new services, yet don't you think there is a limit to what people can do while on the move?
Using the internet from a PC, accessing the internet from a PC, is like going to a buffet. All of the food is laid out there in front of you. You can pick and choose whatever you want, put it on your plate. Using a WAP-enabled device is much more like room service. You're presented with a menu, you order what you want, and it's delivered to you. So it's much more of a transactional nature.
Now, WAP is supposed to be open, non-proprietary, and global. Yet at the same time, in places like Hong Kong and in Singapore, for example, you have carriers adopting what is known as a walled garden approach. Their subscribers are limited to their services only. They can't access other operators' WAP services. Now, is the WAP Forum doing anything to change that?
The short answer to that is no. That's really a commercial issue. What the WAP Forum does is it creates enabling technologies that give operators the tools to build the services the way that they want. However, in most cases, most WAP Forum members are moving towards a completely open approach because from a competitive standpoint, they're finding that this is what their customers want. So we figure that it won't be very long before many of the carriers really take a much more open approach, because that really is the model of the internet.
Now, Japan's NTT Docomo's iMode is phenomenally successful in Japan, and they're thinking of launching it in Europe and America. Now, what effect will that have on WAP users?
Docomo has a very successful service in Japan, but what they have really that has been so successful for them is a business model. It's the way that they interact with their content providers and their focus on the customer. The technology that they employ is not very different from WAP technology at all, and in fact, both Docomo's iMode service and WAP technology are both moving towards an XHTML standard, which is the standard that's based on the next generation of the internet, and that will mean that both of those technologies will converge on the same point very soon.
Convergence once again. That's Scott Goldman, CEO of the WAP Forum, talking to CNBC Asia's Jane Ong in Hong Kong.